And we're back here at the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Stevie C, joined by Mark Ramone and Violet Hausthor, and we are hearing a lot of great music today. Mm-hmm. We just heard Triumphant Race with Subtle Ways from their release Subtle Ways in January. And before that, we heard the Capitulators with Secret House on their EP Seance, and that was from 2017. And we started off with the Salvation Alley String Band, She's Eating for Two, I'm Drinking for Three, from their release Enjoy This While It Lasts.
Yeah.
Let's start off with this one.
Yes. Salvation Alley String Band. Wow. They're really tight players. They really know exactly how to lock in as a band. And then on top of that, they have these delightful satiric vocals. They're a Northampton band, and they really make their style work very well for them.
Oh yeah, they're definite crowd pleasers, aren't they? They do all kinds of stages from around New England, and they're comfortable at a dive bar, and they're comfortable at a festival, and I'd go see them. They're a lot of fun.
It really brought me back to my childhood. I grew up on old country western songs about drowning your sorrows in alcohol, like There's a Tear in My Beer and Hello Walls, and she's acting single, I'm drinking double. Really good humor. Love it.
It's the classic. And then the Capitulators, also from Northampton. This is a really cool group, and the sort of stuff that they put together is really exciting. I like how every instrument has its own place in the music and has its own thing to pick apart. Like, you listen to the guitars, you listen to the bass, you listen to the drums. They all have their own thing going, and it all layers up to create this very rich sound.
Yes, absolutely. It brings me back to I don't know, another time, kind of somewhere, I don't know, in my childhood or something. Not childhood, but early years.
Brought me back to the 90s. I just love that wailing guitar, and you can really feel the emotion in Peter's vocals.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And, it's nice to hear vocals that stretch out like that. You don't hear that so much anymore. Mm-hmm. And I really like that sound. Yeah, so we've got Peter Sachs on the guitar and vocals, Ananda Nayak on the guitar, Josh Levy on bass, and Noam Schatz on drums.
Yeah. And then, of course, rounding that off, Subtle Ways by Triumphant Race out of Guilford, Vermont. Really cool project, really cool sort of synth pop thing, a little minimalist in the right way, which I always like. Plus his voice is really quite rich, and that adds to it. It's that 80s sound,
Yeah. There's something about this song that really lands with me, and it's not really a song that I would necessarily gravitate to, but there's something about it. It's that beat that keeps going, and the melancholy voice and the strings, and it just makes me want to dive into a lagoon and come back up and look at the world from that perspective.
Yeah, I cannot wait to sadly sway from side to side in a goth bar to this.
A synth pop from Vermont? Who would have figured?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, did Erasure send their kids to boarding school in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's really terrific stuff.
Oh.
So, what do we have next?
What we have next, we're going to start with Ari and Mia Friedman with Unruly Heart.